Cock that motherfucker back, Kiwi.
What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Trucker Jew. Another day in the life with Trucker Jew, man. I've been sitting over the weekend, and yes, I've been grinding in this trucker life. See my hair looking crazy, man. But yeah, man, so I'm just basically just waiting on the load, waiting for my dispatcher to hit me. I drive for a company called Value Truck of Arizona. Before them was a trucking company called it was out in Costa Mesa. Can't really remember the name. That was Team Driving, and before them I was with CRST. I actually went to school and everything with CRST, so I've been driving all together now for about I want to say about 17 months now, 16, 17 months now. And so just like I was just going through hard times in life, like didn't know what I was going to do, like was trying to figure things out, like things was real hard living on the streets. And I ended up meeting this girl. She told me, like, she was like, why don't you do trucking? I'm like, trucking? I don't know how to drive no motherfucking truck. She was like, no, they'll teach you. So she gave me all the information. So that was like the breaking point of just from what I was going through, is just trying to making things better. Like things in my life would be up and down, like things would go good and then something to happen and I'll fall back right at the bottom and things would go bad. So I'm making this video for anybody. If this video get to anybody, if this touch anybody, man, if you feel like you don't know what you want to do in life, or you just feel like things ain't going well, like I would advise you to get into trucking, do some research and see like what schools to help you out and just to get into trucking, because you do make good money, and then the more experience you have, the more money you can make. So you just gotta, like, when you first get into it, is try to like talk to other truck drivers that been doing this for a while. Like they've been giving me like pretty good advice. Like I go out in Texas, like guys out there, they'll tell me, like I tell them how much I get paid a week. Like, man, you need to come over here. Like, man, you can work for us, man. We over, look, he showed me his pay. He's like, look, youngster, this how much I get paid a week. Like, whoa. You're like, yeah, come over here, which is cool. I wanted to jump companies, you know, because the company before I was with here, like now I do solo driving. I'm gonna explain everything to y'all. Like, I'm kind of hard at telling stories because I could just jump from here to here, you know, kind of like how your lady tell you stories. You be like, just get to the damn port, like, just get to the damn port, woman. But no, look, so I was with CRST doing team driving, and that necessarily didn't work out for me. Just doing team driving, like the guys I was getting paired up with were just, man, it was just a pain in my ass. And it just, you know, it did with trucking, you get paid by the mile. So it was just like we sitting here arguing back and forth. The truck is not moving. We're not making no money. So I was trying to compromise with the guys. Like, look, when you drive, you do things your way. When it's my time to drive, I do things my way. For some reason in his head, in his mind, I guess he thought he was a trainer driver, but I already did my training process. This is when I first started off trucking. Like, when you first started off trucking, don't get discouraged. You're going to meet people. You're probably going to have to team drive with people, and then it's just going to be to the point you're like, you know what, I don't want to do this trucking job. Like forget everything. Like, I'm cool. And it got to the point like that when I first started off this stuff. It was just like just meeting people, just pairing up with people that it was just like, my nigga, it was a disaster. The guy thought he was a trainer. I ended up having to call in the company, let him know, like, hey man, I think things about to get physical between me and him. Like, I don't think I could drive with this dude. So this dude, we was out in, wait, hold on, let me give y'all the facts right quick. Let me grab my phone right quick, All right, I'm gonna give y'all the facts of exactly where I was at with this dude. This reminds you, this is when I first like started off trucking, doing the team driving. I would say if you gonna team drive, probably team drive. Like if your wife getting in with trucking with you, or your girlfriend, you know, any girls that want to get in with you, like it'd be cool to like team drive with someone you know. Or so it'd be sometimes, I'm not gonna lie, it'd be sometimes where you would just meet somebody not knowing them, and they'd be a cool like co-driver and stuff like that. It just all depends on who do you find, what type of person they is. That's why before you team drive with somebody, ask them like basic questions. How many miles you drive? How many hours can you drive a day, like that? Because some people would actually get in trucking and don't really want to drive like that. I'm like, that blows my mind. You get into a driving based type of job and you don't want to drive, like that's weird to me. I don't understand. Like me personally, I drive like, on a good day I would drive from like 600 to 700 miles depending on traffic and depending on how much hours I got in that day. I would drive 600 to 700 miles a day. Like that's like how much I drive, because like this driving, I like this job fits me because from what I came from before, and it's just like what I was doing before, the same shit I'm doing now, driving, but I wasn't getting paid. So I figure like, shit, I could do that and get paid for it. Yeah, where do I sign up at? So this guy, man, he I guess he thought he was like a trainer, but I already told him like, hey dude, I already did my whole process of just doing the training and all that other things like that. So now I'm done with training. Like bro, you're not my trainer. He was like, oh, this is my truck, I own this truck. Like he thought he was a owner operator. This guy was a company driver for CRST, you know, like, and then when you drive for CRST, they will give you a truck. Like, you feel me? This is your truck, you drive. Woo, woo. In his mind, I guess he thought he was the owner operator of that truck. And me not knowing at first, I didn't know at first. So I'm thinking like, okay, so I want to respect your truck. Like we both in here, like, you feel me? I'm gonna respect your truck. Keep things clean, you know, when it's my time to drive, throw my trash away whenever before you drive, like just being respectable. So as time goes on, we getting low, we arguing more and more. I end up talking to the company, and the company ended up telling me, one of the dispatchers ended up telling me like, he's not an owner operator of that truck. That's our truck. That's our company truck. Like, whoa, whoa. So I end up telling him like, bro, this is not even your truck. This is the company truck. Whoa, whoa. He still trying to play that owner operator role. Like, oh, what? Whoa, whoa. It's big ass CRSTs on it. Like, bro, you're not an owner operator. So it got to the point where me and dude was about to get physical, and we was out. Let me look at my maps right quick, because this is a while ago. This is almost like over a year ago. All right, when I first started driving. I was in Nebraska. No, I'm lying. I'm sorry about that. I'm lying, guys. Nope, I wasn't in Nebraska, Utah, New Mexico, Kansas. Oh, you know what, guys? I was. He left me stranded. I can't remember the city. I'm looking for the city. Can't actually remember the city, but he left me stranded in Nebraska. Or no, you know what? Yeah, I am lying. It was in Wyoming. He left me stranded in Wyoming on the 80 by, I think we was by like a Love's truck stop. I get out to go grab a sandwich, go grab some Subway. I go in, grab my little Subway. I come out. I don't see a CRST truck. So I'm thinking like he wasn't by the fuel aisle. So I'm thinking like, okay, maybe he parked. You know, it's a lot of CRST trucks, so I'm looking for the actual number that's on the tractor. Like, I don't see it. So I end up trying to call him. He didn't answer, so I had to call the company like, hey, this guy just left me stranded out here in Wyoming. I don't have nowhere to go. Like, whoop, it's cold out here. And they end up tracking him down. So he was already, his time was already, was about to expire for his 11-hour drive time. So he really couldn't drive out that far. So I had to get in contact with the police, let them know it was a kind of like a robbery theft thing to order. So they came, and then they drove and got all my stuff from him and then brought it to me. The company ended up buying me a room, and where I had got a room at, they couldn't find, they were like, it wasn't no Uber, it wasn't no nothing, like literally middle of the nowhere, in the middle of nowhere, no Uber, no nothing. So they having hard times to get me back to California. They were like, oh well, I got stuck over the weekend. Well, all right, call me on Monday. We're just gonna see what we can do, and we'll do whoop. Like it was like they couldn't do nothing. So I ended up having to call my girl. My girl bought me a plane ticket, and then the lady actually from that hotel, I ended up telling her the story. Some older white lady, cool, beautiful spirit and everything. She was like, oh really? Ooh. So she ended up just giving me a ride. I told her, I'll just give you gas if you just take me to the airport. Boom, took me to the airport. CRST, I'm telling CRST, like, man, I had to pay all this out of my own pocket to get back home. Y'all couldn't get me back home because y'all was struggling to get me to a destination to where I can get back home, back to California. They was like, oh, well, how much was it? We're gonna reimburse you the money. Told them how much it was. Oh, well, that's a lot. We can't reimburse you everything. We're just gonna reimburse you most of the money. So that was like my final straw, like with CRST. So when I got back to California, dispatchers blowing my phone up. Oh, hey, yeah, see if you can pair up with this guy. Only thing they care about is you going out, making your deliveries, making them money. Like, you feel me? I'm like, bro, I'm not about to just pair up with nobody. I just got left stranded. Like, you feel me? Like, nah. So and then like rent was coming up, bills was coming up. So it was like, fuck, man, I got it and shit to drive. I'm gonna do it. So I ended up finding somebody else, another J-Cat. I got paired up with another J-Cat. This dude, man, we're LA dude, man. It was just weird. Like, bro did not want to drive, and then he brought your dog on board. Like, I'm cool with dogs, but it's just like, bro, that's not my dog, and the dog is just stink, and I'm like, man, so I ended up hopping out of that truck out in LA somewhere. I didn't even finish the load. I was like, you know what? That was my last show. I'm like, I'm cool, CRST. I ended up meeting this girl. She was a truck driver. She telling me she been driving for a while. She gave me this company out in Costa Mesa. I can't remember the name right now, but they're out in Costa Mesa, a truck driving job. They not a big company at all. And they was doing team driving. I paired up with this other dude, was pretty damn good. He was cool. He was a cool dude. We driving everything, and I never did expect nothing weird from the dude or nothing like that. So we was driving for a while. With this company, I was making like $1,700-$1,800 a week, more from what CRST was paying me, because, you know, I was a new driver, and they was only paying me. I started off with 30 cents per mile, and it just like rent was coming up, and I wasn't making enough money. Like, people that, like, truckers that had experience in this, they told me, when you first get into trucking, don't expect to make big money as you see other truck drivers make. Like, don't put your mindset on that, because if you put your mindset on you about to make big money, you're going to be disappointed. Like, when you first get in truck driving, you're going to be disappointed. So he always used to tell me, like, hey man, don't go in expecting to make a lot of money. Like, just do it for your experience. Just get all the experience you can. Just learn everything about the truck, learn how to back. Like, that's the thing too, when you get into trucking, the first thing you try to do is just learn how to back, because like, you're gonna do that like down there like 95% of the times. Like, when you go in, you're gonna have to back into a dock, or if you want to park for the day, you gotta have to learn how to back. Some people who still don't know how to back, they will actually drive the truck in. Like, let me show y'all something. All right, y'all see this truck right here in front of me? All right, this truck in front of me, right? You see how that all the trucks are like parking the same way? It'd be guys that don't know how to park and will park the truck the opposite way so they can drive in, so they won't have to back in. And it's just like, it'll make when you drive in like that, when all the other trucks are backed in, and then you drive in with your nose with the tractor in first, like, it's going to be harder to get out. Like, when you try to back out, like, man, I wish I had some of this stuff on video. Like, man, it's a disaster. So always just try to learn how to back, or if you're not comfortable with backing, try to like park on the side of the street or something like that, because if you park in, go in there front first and then try to back your way out while all the other trucks are facing one way and you're trying to go out that way, it's just going to be hard trying to maneuver out. So I was thinking about that. Yeah, man. So I was with that truck in Costa Mesa, and this dude, like, I used to stay out in Riverside. I moved to Riverside. So every time we'd come from a different state, we always come to like Texas or anywhere in that around that area. We'd go through the 60, and I always used to tell him like, hey, drop me home, because he go drop the truck off. We'd go home for like 2 days and get back to it. Excuse me. Now, remind you, this dude, I heard him on the phone. He was talking to his girl, like, hey, you still got that for me? She was like, yeah, come through. He was like, all right, you might as well just come with me to go drop the truck off, and then we're going to go back our way back home. Whatever, boom, I go to sleep, whatever. I wake up, I got 5 missed calls. What? What's going on? What? It's from the company that I was working for. 5 missed calls. So I'm like, damn. So I answered the phone. He was like, oh, you need to meet up with me immediately in woo, right? This is around the time when I had a Cadillac Seville. That car ended up breaking down on me, so I really didn't have no transportation there to him. So I ended up asking dude, like, yeah. So I ended up using my girl car at the time. She didn't have to work or nothing. So I drive there, and then it's the owner of the business. It's one of the dispatchers that used to dispatch his loads, and then it's another guy. So it's 3 guys in there sitting down. They told me to have a seat. I should have been recording. Something told me to record, but I didn't get a chance to record. And remind you, this company that I was with out in Costa Mesa, it was a 1099 job. Like, you feel me? Basically, like, you getting paid under the table. So he ended up telling me like, oh, I was inspecting the truck, and then I see it's a dent on top of the truck. And I was thinking like, oh shit, we was out in New Jersey. For all you new truck drivers, man, if you get sent to New Jersey, be careful, bro, because New Jersey is not trucker friendly, bro. They got a lot of low bridges, a lot of areas, a lot of narrow ass streets. Like if you're not familiar from driving out there in New Jersey and you get stuck, trust me, it's going to be a pain in your ass. Like, you're going to get really frustrated. So, and I remember we was out in New Jersey, and then we actually dropped the trailer because it'd be so much low bridges. Like, we actually dropped the trailer. Like, we already was waiting on a load after we dropped our load. So we driving around the city to see stuff. It was a low bridge. He was like, you think I can make it? I looked. I was like, well, we don't have the trailer. I'm like, I'm pretty sure. Like, how tall is the tractor? He was like, I'm not sure. So he like, fuck it. So he tried to drive under the bridge, the top of the tractor, the top part. He hit, bow, bent it in. He looked at me. I looked at him. He was like, damn, why you tell me to go in? I'm like, nigga, you asked me, could you make it? I said, it looked like you can make it, bro. I didn't make you drive in. So he backed it back out, and we looked on the top. It was a dent. It was at night, so I was already like low-key like sleepy, so I really couldn't really tell what the dent was, but it was a dent. But that was a week before. This is week after he dropped the truck. So when he brought that dent up to the tractor, I was thinking like, what the fuck are you talking about? Then I thought back to New Jersey. I'm like, oh shit. I'm like, oh well, if anything happened, I was asleep. I was in a sleeping bird, because I wouldn't really try to rat the dude out. It seemed like he was struggling too. He was just trying to make ends meet, so I didn't want to be the reason why you got fired. So I was just being a good co-driver, telling him like, nah, I don't know. If anything happened, I was like, I was in the sleeper berth. I was asleep. He was like, okay. And he was like, when I went inside the truck smelled like weed. I'm like, ooh. I'm like, well, why does the truck smell like weed? He was like, you guys been smoking weed? I was like, I don't smoke. Like, you feel me? I just did the truck drug test with you guys, and I'll do another one right now. It was like, oh, we just want you to tell us who's been smoking in the truck. I'm like, I don't know. I don't smoke in the truck. Like I said, y'all could drug test me and all that. Like, I don't smoke. So they ended up trying to get me to tell on this dude. I'm like, bro, I don't know. So if anything, like, he was like, you're in the truck with him, you didn't smell anything? I'm like, no. If anything, the window could be rolled down, you're smoking, whoop. Like, I'm back there asleep, I got the curtains down, like, nah, I didn't smell anything. So I guess whatever he did, but when he went to go pick up his girl, when he dropped me off, I think he ended up smoking in the truck. So, which was dumb. Like, why would you smoke inside the truck and then you're going to drop the truck off? So, boom, we got busted. So, they ended up telling me, like, the dude was like, well, you're not trying to give me no information. So when it's time for payday for us to pay you, what if I don't pay you? I'm like, so you're saying you're not gonna pay me? They're like, that's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying. And then that was his whole agenda. When it was time for payday on that Friday, I didn't get no funds. I'm like, and I needed that money. It was rent due and everything. Like, man. So I'm pressing like, hey man, I didn't get my money. Oh well, you didn't tell us who was smoking in the truck. Whoa. So we end up both of us, we end up both going back over there together. I'm like, man, yeah, bro. Basically, it was weed in the truck. Like, oh, we smoking weed. We try to deny it, but it's like, bro, they smell weed, bro. It's like, come on, man, it's not rocket science, bro. Just let them know. He was like, oh, I just admit to the debt in the truck because I did that, but I'm not admitting to smoking no weed in the truck. Like, whoa. So we go there. He admitted he was the person that crashed the truck. So I'm like, all right, he already admitted that he's the person that crashed the truck. So why are you still holding my paycheck? Why are you still holding my money? Give my funds. Even the other guy that was with it was like, man, just give him the money and then don't give this guy the money. He was like, no, I ain't giving nobody the money until I find out who was smoking in my truck. Somebody got to admit to smoking in my truck. Then I'm going to get the money out. So basically, the dude was paying. I was trying to get a lawyer and all that to get my money. End of the story, man, I never got that money. And we went all the way to New Jersey back. So that was an $1,800 check that I did not get. So I ended up just leaving that company, like, fuck that. Probably doing this company. I've been with this company for 6 months now. It's solo driving, so I ain't got to worry about nobody else bullshit. I drive by myself. It's cool. Make my little runs, make my little one. I kind of wish making that extra money that I did make, because right now I'm only making, like, on a good week from 11 to 15. And then when I was doing the team driving and stuff, I was making like from 15 to 17 to 18, whatever, depending on how many miles we get that week, because you get paid by the miles. But yeah, man, hopefully I can get some subscribers, man. I'm going to just document my day-to-day life with this trucking, man. It's like, it's crazy when I bring the camera out, don't nothing interesting happen. But when I don't have the camera, if I had the camera down, like when I be on the roads or something like that, I see some crazy stuff. So I might try to get like a dash cam or something, like try to document everything. If something happened, just throw it in a vlog or whatever, man. So I just want y'all to go ahead, like, comment, subscribe. Any truckers with experience out there that have any advice for me or anybody, go ahead, just comment down below. Let me hear your thoughts, man. I've been doing this for 16, 17 months now. And I like it. This job is for me. This job is not for everybody. So when you get in, I even, like my cousin, he was going through something similar. I told him to get in truck driving. He did everything, and then now he's driving with a trainer, and she's being on him about driving this, staying in your lane. So he's getting overwhelmed. So he's thinking about quitting. I'm telling him, like, nah, just move forward. But he's getting homesick. He away from his family, so he's just basically like, man, nah, I can't do this. This ain't for me. Like I said, this trucking is not for everybody. And I don't know, man. Like, comment, and subscribe. It's your boy Trucker Jew. Day in the life with Trucker Jew. I'm gonna just name this channel. I already had this channel. I'm gonna just switch the channel over. Just do trucking vlogs, man. I'm about to clean up. Y'all see how dirty my truck is now? You see all that dirt? I've been living like a barbarian with them guys that shit right down there, man. Everything. So actually, I'm about to clean up, and I'm gonna show y'all the results after, man. It's kind of like I've been living like a bum, man. After I drop my load. So today's Monday. I should get a dispatch today. I put my home time in for Friday, so I'm gonna just bring y'all with me. So when I go home, show y'all the stuff I do and stuff like that, man. So yeah, man, it's Trucker Jew, man. Go ahead, like, comment, subscribe, man. Let me hear y'all thoughts, man. We out. Bye.